Today we're going to look at quadratic functions. Now, quadratic functions is a very basic, fundamental beginning to understanding Algebra 2. So just as in Algebra 1, we learned there were different forms of linear equations, we're going to learn that there's different forms of quadratic functions as well. So the three forms are standard, vertex, and factored form, also known as intercept form. So I'm just going to write down what those forms look like. So for standard form, we have A x squared plus bx plus c. So if we notice, we have the highest exponent here is 2. So this here is our highest exponent, our highest degree is 2. And that's how we know this is a quadratic. If I got rid of everything else, it would still be a quadratic here. However, if I got rid of that first term, it's no longer a quadratic, it's linear, because this here is a degree of 1. We don't write it. And this here actually has an x to the 0 degree, but I'm not going to write that because it might confuse you. So this is standard form, descending exponents. Okay? So that's how it has to be in order for it to be in standard form. Vertex form, we have the A in front, and then this should look vaguely familiar. X minus h squared plus k. I'm going to go ahead and put the y equals here in the front. So we have actual equations. Okay, so if we remember here, let's look here. We have, again, our highest degree is right here, is a 2. So our highest degree is again 2. So that way we know that this is a quadratic. The last one we're going to look at, and we're going to be working with going from standard form to factored form shortly, is factored or intercept form. So that also has an A in the front. I'll write it here. And then we have x minus p, x minus q, and again that's y equals. Okay, so right here you might be saying, but wait, I don't see a highest degree of 2. If we were to multiply these two factors together, my first term would give me x squared. So this here is still a highest degree of 2. So let's write this down. This here is a factor, and this here is a factor. I have two factors here. So if you notice, I wrote all of my A's in the same color. That's because A will always have the same value. So here, let's write A always has the same value in all three forms. That's the only thing that's the same. So do you remember what your h and your k are? So here in vertex form, your h and k, this here is your vertex. And then we'll be seeing here that p, I'm going to write it like this, p comma 0, and q comma 0, those are your solutions, roots, zeros, or x-intercepts. So this here all means the same. So you have to recognize when you see those words that it's basically asking for your x-intercept. So this here, I just want to point out solutions is used many different ways. So this is solutions of a function, just one. Okay, just one function. So that's important to note.